How's everybody doing today? My name is Sean. Welcome to the Dragon Slayer. What we're going to be working on today is a couple kicks. They're going to be combined with steps. So we call these stepping in kick and a skipping kick. Okay, so if we rewind a little bit, I did steps 1 through 6 in a previous video. That's going to cover two-step and skipping step. And those are going to be the base for these kicks. So before you want to try these kicks, you should go back and watch the pop-up here. Watch that video there, and that's going to go through in depth how to do those steps. But I'm going to do a quick recap on that. So we're going to do stepping or two-step first, which is going to be our base for our stepping in kick. So two-step, again, we talk about back foot moves first. It's going to push that front foot out of the way like magnets opposite its track. We don't want them to stick. So we want to have north and north where it's going to repel each other. So our feet don't touch, our feet don't cross. Okay, so real nice and slow. Back foot's going to push that front one out of the way. All right, and that's going to be our two-step, and that's going to be two-step back. Skipping step, we're going to move that front foot first. We're going to pick it up. I'm exaggerating here. Pick it up, and we're going to push with that back foot. Now, when we're doing this one, we don't want to think about taking a step and dragging. All right, that's not going to be the right way to do it. We're going to pick that foot, and we're going to push. Okay, so that's going to be our skipping step. So let's combine those. We're going to add the kick now. So we're taking roundhouse and front kick, and we're going to do stepping in roundhouse, stepping in front kick, skipping in roundhouse, and skipping in front kick. Okay, so we'll start with the stepping in kicks first. So stepping in roundhouse, I'm going to show you real quick, nice and slow. We're going to take that two-step that we just went over. Back foot moves first, pushes that front foot out of the way, and now when we're stepping, we're throwing that front leg roundhouse, okay? Now, when we're doing stepping and skipping, it's always going to be front leg, all right? We're always going to be using our front leg, doesn't matter which, if we're left leg forward, right leg forward, it's always going to be the front leg. Okay, I'm going to speed that up a little bit. Again, back foot pushes the front foot out of the way, stepping in roundhouse, okay? Now, why would we use this? It's going to depend on the situation, right? So it could be that my opponent's we're in a closed stance or an open stance, whichever it may be, and I don't want to throw that back leg roundhouse. Maybe that back leg roundhouse, I'm just a little bit too far away, and I'm a little bit, I'm just out of range for doing certain things, or I'm putting this into a combination. Like maybe I've already got my opponent moving back and I'm chasing with this. You know, it could be a 2 or a 3 technique combination where this is just part of it or middle of it or the end of it, whichever it may be. So this is going to do, we're going to get distance and we're going to get movement out of this. Okay, so where do I need to be for a stepping in kick? All right, so if I'm close here, if you watch back one for a switching kick, I'm too close for a stepping kick. All right. And again, like I was saying, if I'm just out of range for a back leg kick or the stance, whichever my opponent's doing, maybe it's not going to work for me. So this is where the stepping kick is going to come into play. All right. So again, I'm going to be pretty far distance, right? I'm going to be outside that scoring zone, and I have to make up that distance. So from here to there, if that's my opponent, that's a pretty big distance to make up. So again, doing that two-step to close the distance. There we go. And this can be, we can use it a little bit further back even. Can't be too much closer than that. That's where the skipping step is going to come into play. All right. So I'm going to do stepping in one more time from here. This is going to be long, right? And it can be pretty powerful too. There we go. So we're going to do that one more time. Stepping in roundhouse. Okay. So to move on to stepping in front kick, it's basically the same thing, but instead of throwing roundhouse or throwing front kick, again, it's with that front leg. Same thing applies. Back foot pushes that front foot out of the way, and front kick. I was just a little bit too close for that, as you can see. I got jammed up. So I got to be real aware of my distance here. So stepping in front, there we go. Okay, so skipping kicks. If we talk about skipping again, it's picking up that front, pushing with the back. Again, that's exaggerating. Now this one here, if I'm trying and do a skipping kick from back here where I was with my stepping in roundhouse, I'm gonna be too far. So if I try and do, I just can't quite make that distance, all right? So this is one of those things where, again, opponent may be in close stance or open stance, whichever it may be, and I don't wanna throw back leg. Maybe I'm too close, maybe I'm too far. Again, with stances, maybe I don't want to throw that switching kick. This is going to be right in that same range, distance range as a switching kick. So if I'm in here where I can touch, this would be a good spot for a switching kick. But from here, again, I'm going to bring up that front leg now, and I'm going to throw skipping roundhouse. So that front leg comes up, right? And I'll push with that back. And that's going to be the skipping kick. A little bit faster now from here, right? Now we don't want to get them mixed up where I'm moving a back foot instead of a front foot or a front foot instead of a back foot. The big difference between these two, besides distance, is which foot moves first, all right? So when I'm doing a stepping in kick, my back foot's going to move first, right? Okay. And if I do a skipping in kick, got to get the right distance. If I'm doing a skipping in kick, my front foot is going to move first, okay? So the difference now with a skipping in front instead of around, basically the same thing, picking up that front leg, and instead of a roundhouse, it's front, right? One more time. There we go. So one more time, I'm going to go through stepping in round. Bit further back, it's going to be, I'm moving more, it's going to be a bit slower, okay? From here, stepping in round, skipping round, going to be closer, right in here, okay? So that's going to be our stepping round, stepping front, skipping round, skipping front. That's all for now. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Class dismissed.